All right, you guys, we are on chapter, well, I don't even know the chapter. I'm gonna say we're on power number 4, leadership matters. And this is probably one of my favorite chapters, and rereading this again just like lit me up even more. It makes me so excited when people finally take hold of their life and lead their life well. I mean, there's something about that, and I know a lot of us, probably all of us, before network marketing can say we were letting life happen to us. And it wasn't until we did this personal development work that we were like, oh, wait, I do have some say and control in my life, and I'm going to lead my life in the direction that I'm supposed to be going in. So leadership is probably, if not the most important, is the most important thing, I think. And I know John Maxwell, when we were doing the recording for the trainings, he kept saying, with every power, he's like, this is the most important. Nope, so I think leadership is the most important. But all right, let's dive in. I'm going to just kind of read some of the highlights that I felt were awesome. So leadership is influence and nothing more, nothing less. And everything rises and falls on leadership. You must realize that your leadership matters. You have the opportunity of making things better for people around you. What a privilege that is. But if you're actually choosing to do that, because that's a choice. How well you lead determines how well you succeed. The great news is that you can lift your leadership lid every time you raise your lid number. So if you guys don't know, the law of the lid is basically and I would say for me, and you guys can figure out your number, but I'd say for me, I probably start to work with people who are a level 3 leader, because maybe even lower, but because what I am as a leader is probably a 4, let's say. So I will only be able to enroll or work with 3s. So wherever you are on the leadership, it's 1 through 5, you will attract that, or 1 lower. And so that's the law of the lid. He has a book about that. So, you can work on your levels of leadership, but that's one of the biggest things if you're noticing. And I feel like through time you grow in that leadership and you can attract higher level leaders, but it really determines you. It's like you're the thermostat of that. And so it takes a lot of work. Wouldn't you say, Brooke?
Yes, absolutely. I'm definitely not the same leader that I was when I first came in. I knew that I needed to work on my leadership skills, again, especially coming from a brick and mortar where I told people what to do. And now this is so different. You lead, you show the way, you go the way. So yeah, it's definitely such a different mindset. Yep. Leadership can be applied to so many aspects of your life, like going first. And I love that you said everything rises and falls on leadership, because it's so true.
Yeah, and if you've got broken leadership, it's all going to crumble. So it's critical. So it's important to work on that. So one of the first parts of this is leading yourself. So like I said, it's so critical to first start with you. You need to lead yourself well first in order to help others. Help lead others. There's this really awesome YouTube, you guys. I highly recommend looking it up. It is you write crazy guy dancing leadership example, and there's this guy and he's dancing like crazy at this concert and everyone's just looking at him, videotaping him. Once this other guy goes and joins him, so that guy started first, then this guy joins him in the dance, the guy's showing him his moves, right? So they're super simple and really duplicatable, and so he's dancing with him, right? And that spark led one other guy. Once there's 3 people, it's pretty much a crowd, and then there's momentum and more people come, but it starts with you going first so that you can then show somebody else to go. So live intentionally, stop accepting your life, and start leading your life. And the next part on this, which they correlate, is realize that there's no perfect moment. You just gotta go. You have to stop getting ready to get ready, and freaking lead your own life. Wake up, stop accepting it, and go. There's no perfect moment. There's no perfect time to, get married or have a baby or get a dog. Just do it. Just go and do it. Be intentional and turn good intentions into good actions. So along with them, there's no perfect moment and stop getting ready to get ready. You have to take actions, good actions, hopefully stumbling through those things, but while taking action, you'll learn the right ones. And hopefully the person leading you is showing you the right ones to take because they've done the wrong ones and then showing you the right ones to take. Exceed expectations. Stop doing only what's expected. Start doing more than what's expected of you. And one of his examples that he gave was when someone's first getting a first job, he was like, I think his dad told him this, or he told someone, go to work 15 minutes early. Be that guy. Get there 15 minutes early and leave 15 minutes late. And always ask your boss, how can I help? How can I help? What do you need? How can I help? Be that person. Exceed expectations. And you may not understand that, but when the time comes when they're going to be giving someone a raise or whatever, they are going to think of you. So same with this, go above and beyond. I was just talking to somebody and we were talking about like a tiff in their business. And she's like, you know what? Do anything to make amends or make everybody happy in the group, because this is a relationship business. Not everyone's going to get along, but go above and beyond and exceed expectations. It's really important, especially with relationships in this business. Stop right now and change your expectations from how the business will help you to how you will help the business. And I think that was so perfect for me to read yesterday. It's like, okay, we can complain about our upline. We can complain about our sideline. We can complain downline. But you've got to stop, asking what you can change. Stop right now and change your expectations from how the business will help you, right? And start asking how you can help the business. That's just being a self-starter, like a problem solver. Like that's just important. Leaders are problem solvers. They're not going to make problems. So, I love this. Okay, so set the bar. Always place it higher than anyone else. Declare the bar. Let your expectations of yourself be known to others. Hit the bar. Back your words up with results. Raise that bar, and today's accomplishments won't meet tomorrow's challenges. Hit the bar again. This is when people stop watching and start following, right? Because it's like that crazy nut. He's still dancing and no one's following, but one person comes, and then finally when people come, then there's a flood of people, and then that leader doesn't even matter anymore because it's not about him. Raise the bar again. And that's where the legends live, is when you continue, you're not complacent, you're continually raising the bar and getting better and better and better, and exceeding those expectations of you. Number 3, be consistent. Stop doing important things someday and start doing important things every single day. I love this because he says consistency without priorities equals not successful, but dependable. Priorities without consistency is successful sometimes. And you guys, we know these people. Like if you can, and maybe you've been that person, right? Priorities with consistency, successful continually, like every time. It's crazy. And I love that. And you can see the people around you, whatever business that you're in, even if you're in a brick and mortar or whatever, you're a manager, that like those people are the successful people. They win every time. Consistency establishes your reputation, and man, isn't that so? You've seen those people, social media, they pop in like, look, buy my thing, or here I am today, I'm drinking this, and then, and then they fall off the wagon or whatever. They're gone for like 6 months and come back. Hey, here I am again. Like and no one wants to follow that. Like, I'm not going to join you because I'm not too sure where you're going. Like, you need to be people want to follow someone who are so sure, they've got vision, they're never quitting. This train is going with or without you. And they're like, well, don't leave without me. Like, I think I'm supposed to join you. So that is so important. It establishes your good reputation. Consistency is a prerequisite for excellence. And I love this because he explains, so exceptional leaders make the most of their opportunities, and as a result can be described as amazing. Becoming amazing is the result of doing the right things consistently. So you can be considered, and I love what he says here. He says, so practicing is not amazing. Studying's not amazing. Trying's not amazing. Showing up's not amazing. Asking questions not amazing. Changing isn't amazing. Working is not amazing. Failing is not amazing. Trying again is not amazing. Combined and done consistently, they become exceptional. When they are pursued with passion and desire to ultimately add value to others, they become amazing. You know, like those people who are inconsistent, they do things every once in a while, and I'm kind of here, maybe I'm here, I don't know, I'm showing up at a call, maybe I'm not, I don't know really where I am, where I stand. I don't really go to events. Sometimes I go to events, and they're good. I don't invite people to events. It's not amazing. Because when you do all of those things all the time, consistently, like we can think of people in like our business who are multimillionaires, you're like, wow, they're always showing up. They're showing up with bells on, positive attitude, exceeding expectations. And he goes into this over here. It has taken them years to become an overnight success. And you're like, oh, those people, they're so successful so quickly. Guys, it's compounding effect, right? And it's funny because it says, you listen to them speak and you say to yourself, I would like to do what they do. You stand on your feet and you crowd in a crowd and recognize accomplishments and say, I would like to do what they do. But did you ever stop to ask yourself, am I willing to do what they did so that I can do what they do? And truly, if you ask yourself, I don't like a lot of times if you're quote unquote interviewing people to see if they're really, willing to do this business, it's truly, are they really willing to do what it takes? Because they don't necessarily want to put in all that work, and maybe they don't understand that it does take a ton of work, but it really does. And he talks about compounds, so consistency compounds over time. And he talks about a penny doubling every single day for 31 days, and it's $10 million, 10 million point eight, dollars. And so it's like, it does matter, that consistency. And like, I can see it in my own business, like over 18,000 people showing up every single day in public, out and about, in person. I'm the same person in the dark by myself, doing the things that I am out and about. And it just shows through and through. So you need to be that person. Authenticity, integrity, leading others. So once you've committed to leading yourself first, you can then begin to lead others. If the thought of leading others seems intimidating, just think of influencing others. So you can just change the wording. And we always say, if you can lead yourself, so leading yourself is getting started in the thing. So maybe you haven't started in network marketing yet, but maybe you're like, I'm going to buy my first system, and you get started. That's leading yourself well first. So you can share that you did the thing. So then you can share that. You can lead others into starting their thing, right? So don't be afraid that you need to have made a certain amount of money or whatever. No, you did the thing, so you can lead. And then steps, baby steps, baby steps. If you have any influence with anyone, you have the foundation of leading. So as a teacher in your business, as a mother, you are a leader in any capacity, whether it's a Bible study, you are a leader. So just find out what you're doing. Where in my life am I leading? And if you're not, I want to challenge you to take that up and put yourself in that position and see what you're capable of. Yeah, you can influence by your values. Yeah, out and about. Okay, so position is optional, influence is essential, and leadership is crucial. There are 4 L's for you guys to follow, and I love this. I'm like all about this. Live what you say. So you guys, it's kind of like that. Practice what you preach, have your actions match your words. Like, don't just be saying stuff and then, I don't know, not following through. I think that's so critical. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership is a great book to grab if you want to kind of go through that about live what you say. But it's just, come on. I mean, nobody wants to be with somebody who is going to say, hey, I want you to go message 10 people right now and whatever. And then they don't ever do that. They've never even walked through that. That's just, no. You need to be doing what you're saying, what you're telling other people to do. It's so important to be authentic. Number 2, the next L, lift people by adding value to them. And it should be free value all the time, every day, finding ways to add value to people. So he says, who will you add value to today? What do I think they need from me? What can I say that will encourage them? What can I do that will help them improve their life? What am I learning that I can share with them? What am I doing that would inspire them? After we're together, will they know that I added value to them? So ask yourself these questions when you leave a conversation with people, making sure that you're not the most interesting person in the room, but that you're truly trying to find ways that you can fill a need or add value in some different way or connect them with someone they need to know. I was at the gym the other day, and this girl, we were talking about nails, because one girl had really cute nails. And I was like, guys, and I'm not getting paid to say this, but I was like, guys, you need to look at Impress Nails. I know Brooke tried them. Hopefully she figured it out later, but Impress Nails, I showed her the website and I was like, look, they've got really cute Halloween ones right now. You got to grab them. They're so great. I'll walk you through how to use them. They're like $7. And she's like, wow, thank you so much for like taking the time. Cause I heard her mention, oh man, like manicure is so expensive. I was like, hey, this is a really great, cheap way, you know. I do need to get paid for sharing them because I do it all the time. And they need like a really cute kids line, FYI, Impress Nails. Okay, so the third L is love the people you lead. And yes, we're in the relationship business. So I know we get some very interesting people that we work with. And the nice thing about this is you don't really have to work with everyone, and you can kind of pawn them off to other people and connect them to somebody they may work better with. But truly loving people so much. Oh my gosh, I think I was reading this book. Maybe it was some book, and it was so good. It might have been a John Maxwell book. He talked about like the founder of Costco. And he found out that one of his employees, like one of his Costco presidents or whatever employees, was really sick and emergency hospitalized. And he flew out to go see him and meet with him and just be there for him. Like that is like so unnecessary and so like loving, like literally Jesus CEO, like, I mean, leading like for God's sake, like crazy, amazing, beyond. And that is like the kind of person, number one, that I want to work with and I want to work for, you know. So like if you can think beyond things for your customers or for your people and just going above and beyond and loving people, that's how you can lead so well. So does my leader like me? People ask this, you know, does my leader like me? Can my leader help me? Can I trust my leader? So asking yourself this, wow, you know, am I likable? Can they trust me? Do I show up for people when it's like not expected of me? You know, I think that that's so important. So, and it does say network marketing organizations do excel in this area because we really do. We are in this relationship business. We do love people and we do want to help and meet needs and serve people. Like we do attract the best people, of course, in this because we are family. And the fourth L is look for potential leaders to mentor. And I really think that this is critical. This is a critical like part that we can kind of discuss after. I think is important. So finding potential leaders, and this is what to look for. So look for people who produce results. So right now we're trying to grow our business more. Hopefully you're trying to grow your business more. So this is what you're going to look for in potential leaders. So looking for people who produce results, looking for people who like to help others, looking for people who are personally growing, looking for people who attract people to themselves, and looking for people who want leadership responsibilities. So, you know, when you're going out and about in the world, like kind of, you know, sit in the car, read these things really quick, and then go out with the mindset of, I'm going to compliment these people and I'm going to say, hey, you know, I notice you are personally growing. I notice that you love serving people. I notice that you have really great leadership qualities. And I think you would be perfect for this. Like you would do amazing at this opportunity. Are you open? Are you willing? You know, to look for, are you willing to like check it out? Are you open to taking a look? And then mentoring potential leaders. So be the example of leadership. People do what people see. So go out and make sure that you are showing up in the way that you're like attracting that. people are like, whoa, like I want to work with her. You know those people. You know those people who are intimidating kind of, and you don't know if you want to approach them. Be that to attract that, right? And help them lead themselves first. So practice together the 4 L's of leadership. And then, leadership matters evaluation. So you guys can go through this. For each of the following sections, evaluate yourself on the scale from 1 to 5, how well you're living each of these out. So lead yourself. So this is like the back of this chapter. Lead yourself, and you're going to rate yourself from 1 to 5. So stop accepting your life, start leading your life. So on a scale from 1 to 5, how well are you doing that? Stop doing only what's expected. Start doing more than is expected. How well are you doing that? And I think this is a great reflection. You're like, you know what, actually, I'm not doing, whatever. Maybe I'm accepting my life and I'm kind of like letting life happen to me. I need to do better at that. So you can go tomorrow, be better, right? Stop doing important things someday and start doing important things every day. Living a life with intention. And before we recorded this call, I mentioned, you don't know if tomorrow's promised for you. So are you really like living out a life of purpose and like happy and doing it in a way that you are so excited and going to bed with this, like, yeah, man, I really did live for today. And I did what I'm supposed to be doing and purposeful. Leading others. So 1 through 5, live what you say. How well are you doing that? Lift people by adding value to them. Love people that you lead, and look for potential leaders to mentor. So rate yourself. But also, I'm going to give a few tips, and I'd love for you to chime in too a little bit, but like, tips on how maybe you can be better at loving the people that you lead. So I know that one of our mentors told us, to pick a day of the week. Maybe it's every Monday. You write a letter, 1 to 5 letters to people on your team and send them out. And just like snail mail them. That feels so good to receive. So you guys know, or like a voice. I mean, I think snail mail is better, but like a voice memo, to just random voice memo to people and say, hey, I want to tell you how amazing you are and how much you've blessed my life. And gosh, that feels so good. You guys waking up in the morning and receiving those. So if you did that like at 6 a.m., you sent out 5, like how amazing is that person's day going to just like start off? It's so beautiful. Yeah, so let's open this up and kind of chat about this. Let's see what you said. So such a great way to love on people. Networking groups, yes.
So as far as like loving on people, what has worked for me is, of course, like in social media land, if you go over to their wall and just highlight them for various reasons, like why they're such a great leader, etc., has like, it's been huge. And also just, in person, like, or at events, for instance, if they've been a top leader in your organization, like highlighting them, making them feel super special, that has helped a ton. I think that is like really important too. And, like we did a leadership retreat, which was so fun. Leadership retreats are so fun. And I think that was just a great way for us to love on our people in our organization. So that's just like my 2 cents. I love that. My love language is like creating fun events for my team.
Yeah.
And doing fun things and the experience together. Because people just love it. They can be themselves. They can just like,
yeah,
do their thing.
And they can go on a deeper level with you, and then they can like actually truly, I think that is so critical. I know that we got to go to an event like that early on in our build and to see our upline, and I was like, oh, like they're so real. Like you just connect on a deeper level, and these women were strangers to us, and then we were able to articulate out like and speak life into them, and that happened to us too. Like, I mean, the spoken word is so life-giving and can radically change someone's future. So, I mean, and when you can do that in person, oh golly.
I know.
So good. So good. And I think that it's awesome that we do have technology so that like we can do it like this.
Yes.
Too. But recognizing people, and you can do that, guys. I was thinking about it. You could do that with your customers. One year I sent out a ton of letters, like, thank you so much for trusting me and letting me be like a part of your journey, your health journey. Let me know if you need anything. And I sent them a gift, like everyone. And it was costly, but you don't have, you could just do a letter.
Yeah.
And man, like so many people were so thankful. So yeah, different ways. Okay, so what else? I was gonna try to think of stop doing what is expected, start doing what's important things. I just think that if anything with leadership, I think that people, like he even says, you get so intimidated by the word, and you have this lie that you're not a leader, and that like I can't lead, like I can barely lead my freaking self today. And that's okay, but like, girlfriend, you can lead somebody, even if you, whatever it may be, you can lead somebody today. And why don't you pick one person, like a week, if you're going to start small, pick one person that you can call and uplift. If that's all you can do and muster up, you can do one person. And I just want to encourage you guys to step out into that leadership role and to work on that part of you, because consistency is leadership. Showing up every day in authenticity is leadership. Being transparent and doing the work that you're telling them to do is leadership. So somewhere you're leading, and we want to see more of that. And we want you to really hear us when we say you're a leader. So like finding holes. I'm going to give a few examples, and you probably have some too, Brooke, if you want to share. But on our team, we didn't have team calls. Like that wasn't done. And so we were using other, sideline teams, which was fine. We were learning and growing. And I just felt like that was a hole. And so I talked with our upline, and I was like, hey, I feel like we need a team call. And they were like, hey, host one. I was like, okay, like I'm brand new. Okay. And she's like, yeah, go, like, do it. You can do it. And I was like, so she spoke that into me, like, hey, apparently I have something to say. And so I started doing that with her husband. And so it was so awesome. We started those things, and it was so good for me to be like pushed into that role. And then probably was terrible. It probably was like super wonky, but like I got better and better, and then was able to lead my own team calls and build up other people and help them do the same. And so, finding those holes possibly that you're like, hey, there's not X, Y, and Z, go make it, go do it. If your church isn't hosting a Bible study, go do it. If in your community, if there isn't like a park workout and you can't afford the gym, go do it. Like we're saying, you're not going to let life happen to you, and you're going to exceed expectations. We want you to go out and go do those things that you feel like are lacking, and stop complaining and go make it happen. But Brooke, I don't know if you have anything to say about that.
Yes, I believe in that so much. Because here's the thing, this is a team effort. And so if you are feeling like I was like, oh, hey, we should do this because this is not happening. Not because leadership couldn't do it, but I'm like, okay, I see this here, and I feel like I can solve that for them. That's a strength of mine. So I call on people to do that, because I'm like, that might not be my strength. Like I have people on my team who are excellent at Excel. I am not.
Yes.
And so you can't wear all the hats all the time in your organizations. And you really do, like, yes. I mean, and then I also learn, like, hey, I see leadership potential in people. So I'll say, hey, could you post? I just had a girl, she's fairly new. She was just at a training event, and she posted on her wall, but she didn't post it into our pages. And I just sent her a message, and I was like, hey girl, I am so excited that you experienced this event. I think that it would be so amazing if you posted it in the group. And I think the team and other people that you're not friends with need to see that. And so she did. But yeah, I just think that it's just like taking charge. And sometimes you do have to be a little bossy.
Yeah.
Yes, Jen's looking at me like, what? Yes, Jen, I'm giving you permission. It's okay. I don't see you being a bossy person, but you need to. And in the most loving and beautiful way, like shoving people into it. But yes, if I saw something that I felt like was missing, not lack, I don't like to say lack, but kind of missing, or like I created it myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this event because it's not happening. Well, you know what? if I'm feeling the nudge that needs to happen, I need to create it, get my team involved, and just take action.
Yeah. I mean, what are you like, why? What are you waiting for? Like, who are you waiting for? And even like your company, like I remember where I was living, I was like, there needs to be an event. And they're like, can you just do one? And I was like, oh, okay. Like, so it's like, don't wait for it to happen. Just do it yourself. And, oh gosh, I love what you said. So yeah, like literally I do not have a lot of gifts that other people have. And so it's really important. Like I need you be a good delegator. I'm not a terrible delegator. But like be a good delegator and get people to, because they don't know, like they just don't know. Oh, I'm allowed to do that. Yeah, girl, you're allowed to do that. And I remember one of our like way up lines would send some of the, like they were leaders, they didn't know they were leaders, podcasts and say, listen to this. And I want to know what you think. And she would always ask, what do you think? So then you're like, oh, I have like, oh, she wants to know what I think. Like, whoa, and so it's nice to be heard and then say, hey, what do you think? Okay, you should post that in the group. Like, so you're kind of being told what to do, not knowing that you're being told what to do, but then you start, that person starts to have like an ownership. So yeah, guys, I mean, take ownership of this multi-million-dollar business that you have. It's not a silly little thing. And so don't treat it that way. Take hold of it. This is a golden ticket. So definitely take hold of it and lead out. So thanks for joining us, guys. I'm so thankful that you are here and I hope this blesses you. Share it with your teams. Jen, are you unmuting? Yay. Yes.
I am. So real quick, and I don't know if you want to turn off recording or just share it, but Brooke and I talked last week and, I just want to share with you guys that I do have an event planned, and my goal is actually to keep it at the same time every single week throughout the rest of the year, because I am starting with no team or I'm starting at 0. So it's like, and it's funny because there was an event last week or a couple weeks ago in a town over, actually a town I grew up in, and Emily Vavra came out for it. I missed it, and I was like, oh, I didn't even hear about it. I knew like the group having it kind of. Anyways, I watched the video and I'm like, I'm so glad I wasn't there because those aren't my people. Like my people are gonna come find me and I will have my people. And it like,
yeah,
I don't know. It was like it's been crazy for a few weeks here, but it's weird. It's like I've worked on everything for this whole entire time, like in secret.
Yeah.
Because a lot of fear keeps me like from stuff, like a lot of fear completely. Like I'll stare at a number and I'm like, and I don't know if I can call, like, so that's me. My hand would be raised during the whole conversation of like, been there, done that, done doing all that stuff.
Yeah. Good. Yay, you took action, Jen. You took action. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jen. Yes. Like, yes. All of that. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so proud of you. I don't know, like I talk about fear a lot. And I think like fear is such like, it's just a tease. Like it's a lie. And so calling it out, like so what's the worst thing that could happen? Okay. They could say no. What's the best thing that could happen? They could say yes. Okay. But me not calling them, they're saying no anyways. So I might as well give them the option to say no to me. And then knowing that it has nothing to do with you, like nothing. So having zero expectations, having zero, what's the word? Like emotional investment in it, and just saying like, here, like, it's just like a Christmas gift. Here you go. Take it. Nope. Okay. That's fine. I'll give it to the next person. And so I'm just so excited for you and what's to come. And I just want you to seriously have no expectation, zero emotional attachment, and just keep going. Lynn Hagedorn said there was 0 people, and then one time 75. And so timing is everything. Keep going. They're not rejecting you, right? And so don't receive that. It's just not the right time. If that were to happen. But I'm believing for you, girl.
Thank you.
So excited.
Yes. And I just want to add, this is so important. I love that you've highlighted this because I think a lot of people discount this piece because it's a scarcity mindset. But you have a very clear mindset, and this is going to bring you huge success, Jen, that your people are looking for you. Your people are different than Emily's people. We all attract very different people into our organizations, and your people are going to be looking for you. And I love that because we're all very different, and our uniqueness in this is what makes it so cool, because we can be who we are. We can dress and show up how we need to show up for ourselves and our authenticity and how God wants us to show up to serve. And your uniqueness is going to shine through. But yes, you need to be the one at the front of the room, leading the presentation, adding your own little just really cool uniqueness to it. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see.
Thank you.
I'll be cheering you on, girl.
Thank you.
Yes. Please keep us posted. Please, if you need to message us, text us, whatever, please keep us posted. We'd love to cheer you on and encourage you. So, yay.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks, guys.